and welcome back to my channel, that is Sharmila English class. Welcome children, welcome once again to you all. Now, last class what we did was tenses. Like there are three kinds of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. But before moving on to my next session, I just want you all to like, subscribe and share my channel. So you all need to share my channel. If you don't share, then how others would come to learn? Yes. So you need to like, share and subscribe my channel. Please do it. Yes, you can do it. Anyway, now the first thing is, last class when we did present tense, we only did about tenses. But today what we are going to do is uses of tenses. But remember children, today the thing that we are going to do is simple present tense. I am not going to move ahead with simple past tense unless you get to know where to use simple present tense. And if you find any problem or any query, then do write in my comment section, and damn sure and get sure that I'll surely reply you back. Okay? Shall we move on? Let's move on. Now, uses of tenses. Particularly, when do we use this tense? When do we use tenses? You know that there are three kinds of tenses, that is present tense, past tense, future tense. But only knowing them is not enough. We need to use them, particularly when we are speaking, so that we won't be grammatically wrong. Okay, if you want to speak proper English, then use tenses properly so that you can speak proper English and no one would laugh at you. Yes? Now, let's begin with uses of tenses. The only thing that what we are going to do is what? Simple present tense. That's all. What is a present tense? I told you already that present tense, the tense that is what is happening, the action what is happening going on now in this present situation, what is happening is called simple present tense. Okay, similarly there are various places where you can place this simple present tense. Now, simple present tense is used to express what is actually happening now in the present time. If I say that, see how it rains, that means that now it is raining. It is raining. It is in present situation, it is raining. So, we can say that that is called simple present tense. Now, if I say that, see how cold wind is blowing. If I say cold wind is blowing, it means that it is blowing. It is now it is blowing. Okay, so that is called simple present tense. Now, when do we can use simple present tense to express a custom or a habit. Custom in the other sense, in other words, it is called a habit. For example, if I say cow gives us milk. Cow gives us milk. Yeah, it is true. You cannot say we get milk from buffalo and goat also. But when you ask a child, from where do you get milk? Generally, and it's very obvious that the child will say that we get milk from the cow. Okay, he will never say that, oh, I get milk from the milk booth. Or he will never say that the buffalo gives us milk. He will never say that the goat gives us milk. What he will say first is cow gives us milk. That is to express a custom or a habit. That is called simple present tense. Second thing, when do we use present tense? To express a general truth. Simple present tense is also used when we are expressing a general truth. That is, suppose if I say man is mortal. If I say man is mortal, that is true. Is here is simple present tense. Simple present tense. Is here is simple present tense. So, when we are expressing a general truth, that is, in that case, we use simple present tense. Again, now if I will say present continuous, the next one is present continuous. What is present continuous? Present means what the action that is happening now. What is happening now? But what is this present continuous? Continuous means what is going on. Continuous, it means that it is in the process, it is going on. So that is called present continuous. But when do we use the present continuous? Present continuous is used to express an action that is going on at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking, it is going on. Suppose if I say, the leaves are falling to the ground, it means you are speaking, but the action is going on. The leaves are falling to the ground. Yeah, it is true, the action is going on. People are rushing towards the market. It's very true. You are seeing that the action is going on. The people are rushing towards the market. So that is called present continuous tense. Now, if I'll say present perfect, what is this present perfect? Present perfect expresses an action that has begun in the past time, and is just completed in the present time. That is begun in the past time is just completed in the present time. It has already begun. Suppose if I say the train has arrived. The train has arrived. It means that the train started its journey in the previous night and has reached just now in the at the present moment. At the present moment, it is at the station. So it means that it is present perfect. We can use present perfect when the action is already begun in the past and is completed in the present time. Sorry. Now, then we come down to present perfect continuous tense. What is present perfect continuous tense? Continuous means it's going on. Okay, it is going on. It is in process. Present perfect continuous tense. It shows that the action has that begun in the past is continuing in the present time. But in present perfect, what is the difference? I'll just tell you. Present perfect tells us that the action has begun in the past and is already completed in the present. For example, if I say the train has arrived, the train has arrived, it means that the train is standing in the station. The train started in the previous night and now it is standing at the station. Completed. The action is completed. But in continuous, what is happening? It is going on. It has begun in the past time and it is continuing up to the present time. For example, if I'll say, I have been working for 4 days or 4 hours, I have been working for 4 hours, or I have been studying for 4 hours, it means I have started my studies. Further, also, I'll be continuing with my studies. So that is called present perfect continuous tense. I have been working for 4 hours or 2 hours. I have been studying for 4 hours or 2 hours. That means I am going to further continue with that work. Now, before winding up, let me again remind you children that the uses of tenses should be very, very particular. When you are using, it should be very particular with what you and where you are using so that grammatically you won't be wrong. You won't go wrong anywhere and you can speak proper grammar. But remember not to miss the tenses when you are speaking. It is the most important part of grammar. Yes, you will have to learn it. Now, let me tell you one more thing, and very important thing is that while speaking, many times I told you that think before you speak. Think before you speak. It means that whatever you are speaking, you need to think 100 times. No, whether I will speak this or not. If I go anywhere wrong, if I'll become a laughing stock, what will happen? People will laugh at me. So before that, you need to think before you speak. Because nowadays it's very important to form a proper sentence. Without forming a proper sentence, if you will not form a proper sentence, it means that you are passing, the communication is going in a wrong way. So the person who is trying to understand will grasp it in a wrong way, will percept it in a wrong way. So what is your main thing is, you need to think before you speak, so that you might not go wrong in your sentence. Okay, for example, if I say, I am ill for 4 days, is it correct? No, it is absolutely wrong. The sentence is wrong. I am ill for 4 days. No. What is the correct sentence? That is, I have been ill for 4 days. That is the correct sentence. I have been ill for 4 days. That is the right sentence that you are using. Right? Now, I have lived in Pune for 5 years. I have lived in Pune for 5 years. What does it mean? It means that the person is still living in Pune. He has not yet left Pune. He is still living in Pune. I have lived in Pune for 5 years. It means that the person is still living in Pune. In contrast to this, if I will say, I lived in Pune for 5 years, if I say that I lived in Pune for 5 years, it means that that person is no more staying in Pune. He has already left Pune and has now settled down in some other places. And that is how you form a correct sentence. That is, I lived in Pune for 5 years. Okay, that means that the person has already left and he had stayed there. Now he is no more staying in that place. He has already left that station. Okay, so children, once again I am saying you, if you have any doubt regarding these uses of tenses, then you can ask me in my comment section. I'll surely reply you back, clear out your doubts. But before that, you need to like, subscribe and share my channel. These three things is very important. Like grammar, these three things is also very important. You all will have to do it. Yes. And one more thing, children, that this is the simple present tense that we did. In my next class, I'm going to do simple past tense. Till then, see you all. Have a very good night, very good day. Thank you very much. Bye.